Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. We are going to check what are the messages that we are getting now, what we are going to talk about. Just a reminder before we start, this is a group reading, so it might be for you, it might be partly for you, it might not be for you. So please use your intuition. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. I'm just here to give you a little bit more information, maybe a little bit more insights or confirmation, all those kind of things. So please just don't take a story on you that is not yours, right? If I'm talking about masculine or feminine, it is not especially the gender. Apply it however it applies in your story. I'm talking about the energy from where someone is operating. And also this can be past, present or future. So, let's see what is going on here. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit. I use those cards in the upright position no matter what, unless they truly turn on my table in such a way that it tells me, no, you need to take this in the reverse position. So, let's see what's going on. Love story, okay, this is clear. Love story, alone. You feel like you are in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. Ooh, recording. Okay. No, this is too much. This is too much. Distance. Fighting for what you love. I kind of feel here, dark side. You know what I feel here? I'm not done with taking the cards, but right now what I feel here, it is that we are talking about the love story with yourself. You might have experienced some kind of traumatic things in the past that's made you not so excited anymore about love. Let's see. Demanding. Copycats. Yeah, you see here. One more. Controlling. Yeah, okay. So what I feel that we are talking here about, it is you might have dealt in the past, first of all, with copy-paste. What does it mean? It's that every time that you met someone and you said, okay, I'll give it a chance, let's start, let's see where it is leading. At the end of the day, the feeling that you had inside was the same. Does it mean that they were all the same? No, absolutely not. But what it does mean, it is that somehow you might have realized that it didn't fulfill you in the way that you thought that it should fulfill you. So, you might have had some kind of bad experiences, but what I feel more here, it is maybe that you feel that whenever you were in a relationship, you took note. This is how I'm taking this recording here. I'm not taking it like someone who has recorded you or something this dark. You might have experienced that too, but I kind of feel that you made a record, you know? Like, okay, so I tried, and I tried this, and I tried that, and I tried that, and I tried that, and I don't kind of feel that what truly is the main energy here, it is trauma. I don't feel that it's trauma, but what I do feel it is that maybe you felt a distance within yourself, like, and that at a certain moment you might have said, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to get into new relationships while I tried a lot of them and I cannot truly complain about anything. So it's not like, I don't feel that we are talking here about someone who is traumatized by attracting all the time the same kind of people. This is not what I feel, but what I feel it is that maybe you might have thought that in fact you are better off alone somehow, and that you might have decided, you know what, I will take distance of relationships, trying to find my second half or my partner, because at the end of the day I always feel the same thing, and what comes to me, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? This is kind of what I feel, that you might have questioned yourself and say, okay, maybe I have a problem here because I'm seeing all the people around me and they are in relationships. Maybe I am too demanding. Maybe I'm not demanding enough, in the sense of I'm not asking for what I need. So I kind of feel here that you decided somehow to take distance from all of it just to concentrate on yourself. We have this card here, alone. I kind of feel it is in the second position, which is the place of partnership. So I kind of feel that when you were in relationships, you felt more alone than when you were by yourself. You know? It's like of this feeling of, okay, so maybe in the beginning, because you don't truly know this person, but you are starting the relationship, so you say, okay, so it's kind of obvious that it's a little bit weird, and so, you know, kind of something like that, and that you say, okay, maybe I feel alone right now because there is a change, and maybe you are used to be alone and you enjoy your time alone. So you give it some time, but at the end of the day, you get to some kind of conclusion that told you that in fact when you are in a relationship, you are more distant of yourself than what you are with yourself. And it's not in the sense of I want to be selfish, I want to take care of myself. This is not it. I'm talking emotionally. That emotionally you kind of might have felt that you don't feel inspired, motivated, like if you were observing your life when you were in a relationship, and at the end of the day you don't feel that you can be in your best self when you are in a relationship. And I kind of feel that you might have decided to take distance of all of it because, as said, I kind of feel that you feel good when you are alone. You don't feel the need truly to have a connection. Maybe you don't feel lonely when you are alone, right? Maybe you feel more lonely with other people, and I can relate to that. But you might have got into this mind space of thinking, I will fight for what I love, and I want a love for which I will be willing truly to fight. And like fight, I hear inner child, inner child, inner child. So I kind of feel that you might have met people, but nobody who has truly been the love that your inner child is craving for, right? You understand what I mean? With this dark side, I kind of feel that it's you didn't just say, okay, all the people are bad and I'm not interested, and you know, I don't feel that. I feel that you turn the mirror to yourself and you try to observe, okay, what is wrong with me? Am I too demanding? But at the end of the day, I always feel this copycat, I don't feel that it's related, especially to the people that you dated, because you might have dated a lot of very, very different people. But it's more like the feeling that you have in all those relationships, that you always feel the same at the end, right? So with this controlling, I kind of feel that you decided to take control of this matter and maybe change something. And changing something might be simply not putting any energy into trying being in a relationship until, you know, like being in a place of, okay, I'm giving up the control, I'm giving up this idea that I need to find my person, and I'm just letting it be, and whatever will be, will be. So I kind of feel that this controlling is a little bit like, I stop trying to do what I think that I'm supposed to do, because this is how society works, and society, you know, you are supposed to be kind of obsessed by finding your life partner, you know. And I kind of feel here that you kind of released of that, because at the end of the day, no matter that you dated very different people, you always got to the same feeling. And the feeling is that you are more distant from yourself, maybe less inspired, maybe less abundant, and that at the end of the day, you don't feel less alone. And the alone here, I don't feel like it's something negative with you towards yourself, because you might truly enjoy being by yourself. I guess that anyway, when you are going through all of that and you get to this conclusion, I kind of feel that it means that you are not desperate for a relationship, which means that you are good with yourself. And I kind of feel, to be very honest, and being someone, this truly reflects on me also, when you are good with yourself, you know, people are saying, yeah, you do less compromise. No, you don't need to compromise. I don't think that you wouldn't compromise. You would compromise, but you would compromise for the right person. You wouldn't just compromise in order to be in a connection, because you don't need the connection, you want the connection, right? So you might have questioned yourself, am I too demanding? Or are the people with who I am too demanding? Or is the relationship too demanding? I kind of feel that you ask the questions. You observed your own dark side. And I kind of feel that at the end of the day, you know, it's truly like, I know that for my part, I remember that I had this discussion with one of my psychologists, and I said I don't understand, because my sibling was obsessed by having a relationship and creating a family. And me, yes, I thought that it would happen, but it was not like an obsession. Like, I had friends that they were dreaming of the wedding and all those things, and I never had that. And I was never against a relationship, I was never against having a family, children, but it was not the priority. For me, the priority was to be happy. Like, this is the priority. Afterward, it doesn't matter how it presents itself. So I wasn't focused on that. And I remember that the psychologist told me, you know, every child has a different experience. No matter that you grew up in the same house, and maybe the experience that you had it is that the example that you saw of what is supposed to be love and be a good relationship, and I remember that my parents were fighting a lot, and they always, I think that it's my mother that always said, yes, but this is a good relationship because we are fighting, it means that we are talking, so it means that it's a good relationship. When in fact, no, they were truly fighting for hours and hours and hours, and it was very destructive. It was very traumatic, in fact, right? But as my mother presented it to me like a good relationship, so if you want a relationship, this is what you are going to have. And I'm like, no, no way. If this is a good relationship, I don't want that, right? So, so everybody experience it in a different way. And I kind of feel that regarding me, and I'm sharing this with you because maybe it can reflect on you and give you maybe some kind of insights about yourself. I think that the fact that I had kind of a neglecting parent, neglecting mother, which, this is the basic. So I was always emotionally depending only on myself. I couldn't depend on anyone. I had no emotional safety, no protection in my own house. And so I am okay alone because I never got this need of the connection, because the connection was not bringing me anything. It wasn't bringing me anything. I had no support, no safety, no hug, no I'm here for you. Yes, the words might have been there. If you want to talk about something, you can talk to me about everything. But those are just words. In the reality, it was not the case. So, I think that very often when you are so at peace with being by yourself, it might be because since you were a baby, in fact, you were emotionally by yourself. And then, of course, in order to create a relationship, first of all, it is truly creating, because it is starting from something raw, if you are healed. Because if you are not healed, you might recreate what you have known. But if you are healed, it is building something, truly reconnecting to your inner child, and building something that you don't even know how it looks, because what you know from your home, it is not something that you want to reproduce, right? And then we go back to this inner child and having this feeling that the inner child has found his best friend, his partner. Understand, like the vision of the child and taking the hand of another child, and yes, and we are partners for life, this feeling. So this is kind of what this gives me. So let's see what the tarot is telling us here, what we should talk about here a little bit more. Kind of feel that it's a very healing and psychological reading. I might be mistaken. The cards might take us in the concrete and in some kind of real life story, but let's see. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that the flame here is very active, very, very active. Since I burned it, I was looking at it and I said, ooh, what's going on here? So, let's see. The moon in reverse. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Queen of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. The inner child. Look at that. The inner child. I kind of feel here that you see things that most people don't see, right? The moon is in reverse. You are not confused anymore. I think that you might have been confused for a long time, because you might have been wondering why you don't find the relationship that you are supposed to find, right? What's the problem? I kind of feel here, I don't know why, but I kind of interpret this as healing, even though the card of the moon is not especially about healing. But I kind of feel here that there is some kind of healing. I don't know why, but I see the hair here, you know, like an angel looking up and talking to the highest and saying, what's going on here? When are you sending me my person? This is what I feel here. But I kind of feel that you are not in this energy anymore. You are more into investing in yourself, in your stability. I kind of feel here that we have this Queen of Pentacles here because you might have felt the need to feel safe above all. And so this safety, you might not have felt it with other people. Maybe because you didn't had it at home. Maybe simply because you don't know how to depend on someone else for this safety because you didn't have it at home. But I kind of feel that you decided truly to invest in your safety. Yes, we are with Pentacles here, so we might be talking about your work, about your money. I kind of feel here truly that we are talking about material stability. And when I'm saying material stability, it is not especially money, but it is feeling stable and safe in the material expression of your soul. I don't know if I'm clear. I hope that I am. Allowing your inner child to truly feel safe. So it talks about healing, and it also talks about embodying totally your individuality, not searching anymore for something, maybe the invisible, you know, being connected to this partnership that you might have been searching for and not finding it in the reality. But truly doing the healing work, investing in yourself, in your own stability, to be in a place that you totally release of a companionship, because you are truly your own companion. You are in a true connection with your inner child, and from this place, you might be open to invite someone in, but it comes from a very different place. It is not that you have this empty place that needs to be fulfilled because you thought that this is what you needed, while in fact you were already whole because you didn't have any other choice. But you might have been unhealed in the sense that you were still trying to be or become what you thought that society was expecting from you. But I think that you totally released that. You concentrated on your own stability. We might be talking here about the energy of Capricorn, which is, you know, the 10th house. This is career and your presence in the in society, in your community, things like that. Concentrating on that, on truly having your foundation in the reality, your individuality in the reality, in the 3D. And this is healing your inner child. I love to see this Six of Cups here. I kind of feel, you know, if you are looking here, so those two children, they a little bit look like the same. The colors are opposite. We have yellow and blue, which are opposite colors, but they are also complementary, because if you put them together, it creates black or white, depending in which kind of language you are. But I kind of feel that it is you and yourself, like your inner child here and your adult inner child being reunited together, and see that we are outside of the home, so it doesn't happen in the childhood home, it happens outside. So you might also have felt the need to take distance, you know, to find yourself, or to be free to be your true individuality. King of Swords. Yeah, I feel that you might have been confused in the past. You were searching for answers. You might have been manipulated, gaslit. I said, you know, a parent that tells you when you say, you know, why are you fighting all the time so much, and they say, no, 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 this is a very, very good relationship, you know. It puts a very bad taste in your mouth, in fact, right? So I kind of feel that you needed to deconstruct a lot of things. Again, with this King of Swords here in those cards, we have this element of the two, you know. The animal very often represents your intuition, your instincts, you know, and you are at peace now. Now you see things very, very clearly, and you are at peace with yourself. You know what is your truth, which is very important because it allows you not to be stuck in your past. The Devil. I kind of feel that you see the truth about the toxicity of maybe the family that you grew up into, right? The dysfunctionality, how everything is kind of glued together, but in a low vibrational way, right? It's not connected to the heart space. You might also have dealt with some kind of addictions that you may still be trying to release. I want to see here this Devil, why it came up in the upright position. Why did the Devil come up in the upright position? The Three of Cups. King. Okay. Yeah, because I kind of feel that you took distance from your family, from your community, from a group. From a group. You took distance of a group, and they are obsessed by you. They want to control you. They don't release. It might be a family, right? You might be dealing with the smear campaign and trying to control you and all those kind of things. Yeah, so we are getting here into something very concrete. You see who they are, you know who they are. So this is why, you know, you might have tried to entertain some kind of connection with your family. Might not be working. The reason why it is not working, it is because the Three of Cups here gossiping about you, King of Wands in reverse, controlling, trying to dominate you, very calculative, selfish, self-interest, possessive, but not possessive in a right way, if there is a way to be for it to be in a right way. But I think that you understand what I mean. Truly controlling, right? It's a trauma bond. It's a trauma bond. So yeah, so they don't want to release. They don't accept the fact that you are living your own individuality. They are judging you. They are judging you for every choice that you make, for the way that you are living your life. Whatever you are doing, they see it from a very dark place. It's interesting because the Devil is here and it's touching the controlling here, right? But you see through it. Yeah, so they are trying to control you. They don't like the life that you are living. Wait, I just want to check if you can see all the cards. Yes, you can. Okay, what else should we know here? The Empress. Listen, You are abundant by yourself. You are abundant by yourself. You are happy. You are totally in your individuality. You reconnected, I feel, through this healing to your feminine energy and your softness and all those kind of things. Yeah, listen, we have the devil here, which might represent, it might represent your family, but a community, but it might also represent one person, right, that you were dealing with. We have the devil here, right? And this is what the devil is trying to control. The energy of a king of swords, someone very clear, seeing things crystal clear, and someone abundant. We have the masculine and the feminine energy. This is someone who is very logical also, the king of swords, someone who is all about balance and justice. The empress, all about happiness, abundance. This is the energy of a mother. You don't have to be a mother, but you can have this energy, this motherly energy in all of your connection, right? I kind of feel here also that this empress came out here to tell us that, you know, not only can you see the devil, but part of being able to see the devil, it is related to your healing. It is related to your healing. And then you can truly release of whatever you were carrying from this energy of the devil, this trauma bond, all those kind of things, and be truly abundant by your own energy. It is your own energy. You are totally, the empress is sitting. She is sitting in a very lavish environment in nature. So you are truly now, you embody your identity so well in the masculine and in the feminine that the devil is observing you, and I kind of feel that they are stuck. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. I kind of feel here also that there might be here a situation with this Queen of Pentacles and the Moon in reverse, that maybe there was also a financial situation here that you could see through. Tell me more here, please. After the Empress, Queen of Wands. Yeah, you might be dealing here with a lot of jealousy. People wanting to control you out of jealousy. You might be talking about a mother. A mother can be jealous. It happens more than what we think. Jealous mean somebody who cannot control their own feelings, very emotionally immature. Yeah, ugly energy. Ugly energy. Three of Cups in the upright. I feel that we have here a feminine. It doesn't have to be a feminine, but I kind of feel that it is. That is very jealous of your social skills. Let's say it like this. Maybe very jealous of your life, of how people liked you, love you. As said, you might have taken distance of your family in order to be able to live truly your own life. Because if you are dealing here with someone jealous, we also saw the Three of Cups in reverse. When I asked about the devil, it was talking about gossiping, right? So when you have someone in your inner circle that is jealous and is gossiping about you, of course it is not good. It is spell work. It is a smear campaign. This is what it is. And I kind of feel that maybe, you know, your mother might be jealous of the fact that people love you, that you have great connection with other people. Maybe because emotionally you didn't get the support of your mother or what you needed from your mother, you found other older, feminine people in your life that you could talk to about things that you couldn't talk about with your mother, right? Maybe because in your family you didn't feel this support that you needed, trauma bonding, you might have created a new family through your friends. And this person was very, very jealous of that. They didn't like it. They wanted you truly, I feel, not to become this stable, this independent, not to be so abundant, not to be so much in your true energy, right? The Tower. Yeah, there's a catastrophe happening here. Kind of feel that the catastrophe happening here, it is because you healed and because you see the reality very clearly. And I kind of feel here that this is what creates this tower. It might be first a tower in your life, the moment that you truly awaken to the reality of your community, your family, whoever we are talking about here, right? I kind of feel that we are talking about family here because we have the inner child, we have like the neglecting parents. I kind of feel here that we are talking truly. I like to make it as open as possible, but I kind of feel here that we are truly talking about a family. It might have created a shock to you to realize the reality, to see things clearly about your family. This is also part of healing. Healing in the journey of healing, there is also a lot of grief of the ideal parent, grief of a hope projected in a reality that doesn't exist, the credits that we gave to people that might have used it against us, abused it, all those kind of things. Tell me here, why did the Tower come out? Six of Swords. Yeah, the moment that you took distance, you decided to go to calmer waters, not to deal with this trauma bond, this controlling energy, this jealous energy. The moment you decided to truly go towards calmer water, it was a shock and a catastrophe and a full destruction in whoever we are talking about here, right? This Queen of Wands in reverse. This is what I will take. I kind of feel that it's a mother, but as said, it can be whoever. It can be whoever. Tell me more here, please. Seven of Swords in reverse. You didn't even try to defend yourself anymore. I kind of feel at the moment that things were very clear to you. You decided to put such strong boundaries that there is even no space for them to approach you, right? It's in reverse. They cannot approach you. I kind of feel here that, because we are talking here about, a dysfunctional family system, something like that, with trauma bonding and all that comes with it. Reactive abuse is what they are using in order to try to, first of all, convince yourself that you are mentally unstable, too sensitive, that you are the problem, that you are the abuser. If you don't know what reactive abuse is, it is when you are dealing with toxic people, and so they are like very, very calm, but they are poking you and poking you and poking you and breadcrumbing you and lying to you and gaslighting you and you know, provoking you in very subtle ways, which is truly like, you know, it's this is maybe, you know, the kind of most dark abuse, you know, because it's with a smile and it's lying and gaslighting and projecting and truly mistreating you, but then, you know, breadcrumbing you so to confuse you. It's very ugly. It's very ugly. And so they are doing that in this way because they want you to have a reaction. Your reaction is very normal because you are reacting to an abusive situation, right? But because they play it all, you know, smile, but you can feel that the smile is fake, and so they are doing you, they are insulting you through compliments, you know, and so with time you start to realize it, and so you are reacting, and they are waiting for this reaction because you are the one who is getting angry. Of course you are, because you are dealing with people who are abusing you, traumatizing you, lying to you, manipulating you. So of course you are reacting, but because they are doing it all, you know, with a big smile and like if everything is okay, you are the one reacting, so you are the problematic one. You know, we say, yeah, the person that is angry is the problematic one. No, very often the person that is angry, it is the one who might be traumatized and being under abuse, and they are reacting. But this is reactive abuse. This is what they want. It is part of all this very, very dirty system. But because you could see it very clearly, you put very, very strong boundaries, and I kind of feel they cannot even approach you. They cannot approach you because you know exactly what they want. You know exactly that they want to provoke you. You know exactly that they will try to put you in a emotional survival state. You know. So you just close the door. But now they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. The star in reverse. I kind of feel that when you could see what was truly going on here, you understood that with your family or with this community, whatever we are talking about, it will never be a wish fulfillment. You will never get to the place where you want to go with them. No matter if you are healed or not, it doesn't depend on you. It doesn't depend on you. And I think that this was a very important thing to realize, and I think that you also realize that you would never be able to be in your own individuality and do whatever your soul is meant to do in this life if you are staying connected to this low vibrational, unhealed, trauma bonding, controlling energy, right? And so I think that the moment that you realize that there is nothing there, you have to go and find your own star, following your own path. This is when abundance came into your life. I kind of feel here that the fact that they cannot approach you anymore, they are kind of losing hope. They have no other choice but to face the reality, and it is a tower. It is a catastrophe for them. Tell me more here, please. It's interesting how we look, it's beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. 1 second, this turn didn't turn. Yeah, the final, the moment that you decided that you are not trying to fight anymore, you don't care what they think, they are happy, they are not happy, it's the same, it's not your problem, you don't care, you know, let them think whatever they think. The wheel turned. Why did it turn? Because you stopped putting your energy in the wrong places. Also, spiritual people say that you might have presents that the highest wants to give to you. But if the highest know that you are surrounded by people who will take those presents from you, or that you will willingly, from your good heart, give away those presents to people who don't deserve those presents, you won't get your presents. So the highest will wait until you have detached yourself of every person that doesn't deserve to be in your life, that you get to this place where you will protect whatever gift the highest is giving you in order to give you. And I think that maybe you might see in your life that the moment that you have put those very strong boundaries and they cannot approach you because you decided that you are done putting energy in trying to being understood, in fighting with them, you are done with it. This is the moment that you could truly see the wheel turning and turning in your favor, because in fact this is what you were meant to do. You know, many people think that what you need to do is learn to become more tolerant, you know, more accepting. No, what you need to learn, it is balance. It's to know when to give and when not to give. And when you are at peace with that, yeah, you are much more tolerant because you don't give a shit about some kind of people. So yeah, you live your life, do whatever, I don't care. But it's a tolerance that comes from a lot of understanding, a lot of awareness, and sometimes lack of care also, which is important, because when people are mistreating you, you shouldn't care about them, right? But very often people think, yeah, no, it has to be about, you know, lullabies and rainbows. No, this is not being healed. This is being delusional, this is being numb, this is lying to yourself. It is not what it is. If you want the highest to give you your full abilities, give you support, give you the gifts that he wants to give you, he won't give it to you if he knows that you won't keep it, because you are generous towards people where you shouldn't be generous with, right? So it's interesting how we started here with the love story, right? And then we got into it truly about psychology, because we are going back to the family here, which is, you know, the origin of the whole story. But this is how it works in life. We are in a reality, we are observing the reality, and when we want to make changes in the reality, in fact, we have to go back to our inner child very often, right? The Four of Cups in reverse. They might think that you are closed off with everyone and that you are this and you are that. No, you are just closed off with people with who you don't feel safe with. I kind of feel here also that this is, you know, now that the highest know that you won't give away whatever gifts they are bringing you, you are open to receive. You are open to receive. Your heart space is in the right place, right? It is not like an open bar. It is, I know when to give, when not to give, where not to give, right? Two of Cups in reverse. This is the disconnection. We are with the Two of Cups. We are not with the Lovers. There is a difference here. Because the Lovers is talking about people with who you relate from a higher place, right? The same values, the same, like it's soul recognition here, right? Here we are talking about the Two of Cups, which means we are talking about partnerships, friendships. It can also be relationships, but it's more relationships on the material level, right? It's not on the spiritual level. And here, you know, you might have cut out a lot of people because you might have realized that it is not the kind of relationship that your soul truly craves, right? High Priestess, you have a very deep inner knowing. You know what you need and what you don't need. Look, that we were with the Two of Cups, it was in reverse. We are with the High Priestess, which is also a 2. Your intuition is so sharp now that you are not dealing anymore with controlling people who are trying to gaslight you, confuse you, keep you in a low vibration because they are trauma bonded, and because you healed your inner child. You are totally in connection with your deeper knowledge, your intuition, all of it. So you know today which kind of relationship you want to entertain and which one you don't want. So it's not that you are not closed off. You are not, right? You are open. You are not. You have no resentment. You have no bitterness. You have none of this. We might say that you have forgiven people. I don't truly like this word for many reasons. But it's like you are indifferent, right? It's not that you are carrying the anger and the resentment and the bitterness. No, you might be sad, you might be disappointed, you might, have expected better from those people, and it is like, it's not pleasant, but I don't feel that they have succeeded somehow to change who you are. You embraced your inner child, so you are totally who you were supposed to be. You healed. And so you are not closed off. They might pretend that you are closed off, that you are this, that you are that you are too sensitive. You know. It's not the case. But today you truly know that you are not against connections, partnership, relationships, but your intuition will guide you. Your intuition will tell you what yes and what no. And I think that you also understood that you shouldn't try to explain to other people why you want to be in touch with one person or another you don't want to. I think that it's also something important. This is something that I had to learn because people don't understand, because not everyone is living such or is willing to live such an authentic life where you are totally in alignment with yourself. When you are like this and you also want to be very much in touch with your intuition and all those things, being fake is not an option. All those kind of things, it is not an option. But most people, they live like that and they live peacefully like that, but they don't have this expectation about yourself like you have, right? So, you just let it be. You know why one person might be good for you when other people might not understand what you find so good in this person, and why other people that everybody loves, you are not interested, right? One for closure, please. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, the thing, it kind of relates to what I was saying before. It is like, a lot of people will be very popular because we live in a material world where it is a lot about, politically entertaining good relationships, because there might be some kind of advantage. Yeah, you need to be friends with... Somebody once told me when I decided to cut someone off, they told me... I'm quite sure that this person is a narcissist, right? But this person told me, yeah, you should pay attention because you never know if you might need someone one day. And I said, you know what? Just because you said this is the confirmation for me that you shouldn't be in my life. Because for me, it meant you are fake. You are fake. You are an opportunist. This is what you are. I don't blame you, be yourself. But I don't want opportunistic people in my life. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in soul connections, that we help one another because it's a soul calling. It is not because, okay, what can I gain from that? You know. So this is mainly maybe the world in which you are, and you are not interested in that. You don't want that. You don't want that. I will take another one because I kind of feel here this Knight of Pentacles. I should have ended it maybe with this High Priestess, because this is a good card to end, but I will still take one more card here and see if we have something. Yeah, the Magician in reverse. Okay, we are staying in the same energy. Yeah, all this manipulation, because this is manipulation, right? This is pretending I am your friend and I love you, you know, all those people that I love you all the time. You understand what I mean? You are my bestie and I love you, and there is a lot of fake there. It's a lot of manipulation. It's a lot of, okay, if I can get something from you, then you are my best friend. If I can't get anything from you, then I don't care about you. You know, a lot of manipulation. I kind of feel that you see through that. You see through that, which is kind of a problem. It's not a problem. I think that it's beautiful because you have no problem to be alone. So, you know, so it's not a problem. But for people, it's a problem because they cannot take advantage of you anymore. Because you are not opportunistic towards them, they cannot be opportunistic towards you. And the world is a lot of that, right? We have a lot of narcissistic people that are in high places of power because they are very manipulative, and the world kind of lives in the materiality, where in the materiality it is a lot of games and self-interest and opportunism and self-serving, right? When you are in most of the collective is, you know, I'm saying most, no, the collective is connected to the soul level, then there is not all of that. We are not about manipulating, we are not about being selfish, we are not, I want to gain and I don't care about you. No, because we are thinking about the collective energy, we want to elevate the collective energy, so it's a totally different way of thinking. I think that you understand that. You understand that, and I think that you might also understand why you might not have also had the right relationship in your life, because you might have been dealing mostly with people that were in this world, which, you know, this is the reality in which we are. No, I'm not blaming anyone for that, you know. People might be in survival mode and this is why they are like this, or they grew this way, or it doesn't matter, you know. It's not about blaming, it's about seeing the reality for what it was. And so maybe, you know, you felt that in relationship, it's kind of, I don't want to say that it's rare, but it's kind of rare to truly meet people that are living healed, because I think that there are kind of a lot of people that are truly living through their soul, but people that are living through their soul and are healed, this is very rare. I truly think that it's very rare. It's truly, you know, like, but now that you might have taken the right decisions, it might get into your life. And even if not, it's not truly important, because I kind of feel that you feel at ease in your life, right? We have the Queen of Pentacles here, which means material ease, and we have the Empress here, You are also the high priestess, very much at ease with yourself. You might also not feel alone because you are in direct connection. It might be with the highest, it might be with your ancestors, with angels, whoever you relate to, with nature, with your inner child. So I kind of feel, that you are in a good place. You are in a good place, and you see why your story is your story. And I think that it's a great place to be. You won't be, nobody will be able to manipulate you. You are too clear-minded. Nobody will be able to uh, take from you unless you want to give. But this is a taker. This is someone selfish, dishonest, opportunistic. You won't fall for that anymore. And this might also have been the dynamic in your own family. It is possible, some family, it is all about money. It is all about ego. It's a representation. There is no soul, there is no love, there is no... Like they say that there is love, but nothing is saying love there, right? I will leave it here. I hope that it was interesting. I would love to read you in the comments, of course. If you were new here, welcome. I'm just want to remind you that you have the option to subscribe to the channel. It's free, and so you will know when is the next reading that comes up. It's not always as psychological, even though I kind of try to always bring some kind of psychological or deeper explanation. I am a healer, so my intention is to help people heal. It is my calling, right? So I always try to make it more than just, reading the cards and the story and bring another dimension, but it's not always as deep as that. But I hope that it was interesting, inspiring, that it gave you some kind of insights. I will leave it here. I wish you all a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching me. Until very, very soon. Bye.